Just wait about, oh, thank you. We are recording. Perfect. Just let a few people in. All right. So before we get started, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great week. It is the end of the month. And so I'm sure everyone is working so hard to finish September strong and push those goals and wrap up your month and whatever your goals are. Just know that there's time. You have a full 24 hours to make it happen. So you might be pushing rank, you might be pushing Power 3, you might, whatever it is. Maybe you're just a customer and you want to try that new oil before October hits. You have a full 24 hours. It's like a lifetime. Anyways, we're going to get started. As people start to jump on, grab an oil near and dear to you. Oh, Auntie, what is that? Is that eucalyptus? It looks good. I don't see it, but I'm sure it's yummy. Balance.
Ravinsara.
Got it.
Ravinsara.
I'm using steady tonight. It's the kids blend and it's so good. So good. So grab that oil, apply it how you wish. I like to do deep inhales. And if you want to follow along, I'm doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. All right. Feels so good to get grounded before we start. And a very happy birthday to Jenna. Look at that lepo'o. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Thanks for being on your birthday. Appreciate it. You get to hang out with all of us. All right. We, of course, are talking about a little bit about convention again. So Kate's team, Kanoy Wellness, shared last Wednesday. It was so awesome. And I'm going to share, and then Jenna and Caleb, and sorry, I have a few text messages. Caleb and Diana. Diana will be on and sharing also. So I'm going to get started with a video. And I hope it works. I made sure like 3 times before I jumped on because some of the tarot talks have just been kind of buffering. So this is a talk from Dr. Catherine. She's one of the newest doctors to doTERRA, their team of doctors, and they're all so awesome. But I really like Dr. Catherine's talk. So if you didn't get to listen to it, here's your chance. Let me just make sure. I really hope the video plays. Okay, so I'm going to share. All right, and let's see if this works.
How are you guys? All right. So I had a little secret I've been contemplating sharing with you. Okay, since you're forcing me, I'll tell you. Okay. This is my
Sorry, Kanan, you got to unmute. My bad. You might want to start over. I accidentally muted you.
that I'm so wildly passionate about, which is lifelong vitality. So yes. So who would like to know the cheat code on how to live longer? Show of hands. Okay, good. So let me explain to you why I'm so wildly passionate about lifelong vitality. So as many of you probably already know, I'm the owner of Atlanta, Georgia, one of Atlanta's most renowned integrative medicine practices. called Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness Center. So I literally spend every waking moment of my work life hacking lifestyles. So people come to me from all over to find natural remedies for this and that, and how to holistically balance their lives, how to achieve lifelong vitality. So I'm here to share with you some of my life hacks today. So get your notebooks ready. Get your notebooks ready. So we're going to go into that. Now, something you may not have known is that during the pandemic, I published a book called No Time to Waste. And I can pretty much sum up the book into one phrase. So at the end of the day, when you peel back all of the onion layers of your life, what we are left with are time and choice. All right. So this can be kind of daunting, but it also can be very inspiring, right? Motivational to know that the very trajectory of your health and wellness journey is in your hands, right? You have control. It's not just happening to you, right? So another interesting thing is that the human body demonstrates impeccable resilience and self-healing capabilities. And and while being charged with very unique tasks, still every cell, every organ, every system in your body all conspire together with one goal, and that goal is lifelong vitality. All right, so it's only fair that we meet our bodies halfway, right? By auditing and evaluating the integrity of your time and your choices on a daily basis, especially when it comes to your lifestyle. All right, so as I mentioned before, people come from all over to me to hack their lifestyle. So what am I talking about when I say lifestyle? So what I do is I go in and I evaluate and I hack these 5 areas: what you are eating, everything going into your body, your physical activity, your rest, your stress management, your toxin exposure reduction. And I wish I could go into all 5 points and give you cheat codes for all 5 points, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go into the first one: diet. Okay, so let's look and investigate our diet. Why has the American Medical Association deemed diet as the #1 cause of poor health? We have to look at what's hurting us versus what's killing us. Okay, so what's hurting us is that we in this country have managed to create this alarming statistic of being the most overfed, yet most undernourished individuals of the world. Right? And what's killing us is still the same year after year, #1 cause of death: cardiovascular disease. So it now accounts for about 1 in 4 deaths, which breaks down to about 1 death every 36 seconds or so. And children are not excluded. So we are seeing cardiovascular disease diagnoses getting younger and younger and younger. And we do now know, especially through the help of epigenetics, that there is a very close link between having that disease or not and your lifestyle. Right, so let's go a little bit deeper into the diet portion of the lifestyle. So what exactly is the problem? How did we create this statistic? So nearly half of our calories in this country come from nutritionally depleted foods. That is a big contributor to that statistic. In addition to us not getting the nutrients into our bodies through our diet, on top of that, we're losing nutrients rapidly. So the everyday toxin absorption from pollution, fatty foods, from processed foods, from GMOs, chronic stress exposure, all of these things are rapidly depleting your body of nutrients. And it's up to you to replenish those nutrients, or we're in big, big trouble. All right, so how do we know if we are in big, big trouble? How do you know if you are right now, as you're sitting there looking at me, having nutrient deficiency? So let's look at some signs of nutrient deficiency. So on an acute level, could be having some low energy, some chronic fatigue, right? Some mood swings, mood instability, irritability, joint discomfort, muscle discomfort. Your skin is not looking as healthy and radiant as it used to. Same with your hair, same with your nails. Your immune system is a little bit compromised. You're getting sick a little bit more often. And then on a more chronic level or long-term level, looking at increased risk of chronic disease. We're also looking at premature death. All right, so what can we do about this? Where do we go from here? So a good place to start would be by having a very healthy, colorful, whole food diet, right? Striving towards that, but you definitely need to complement that diet with very potent, pure, high quality supplements. All right, this is the single most effective way to provide all of the building blocks necessary for lifelong health and lifelong vitality. All right, so let's take a little bit of a deeper dive. So let's look at your cells on a cellular level. So according to the Physician's Health Study, which is a landmark evaluation of the use of nutritional supplements on various metrics of health, we found that in looking at just a multivitamin, we're not even considering any other supplement, just a multivitamin. Those who supplemented with a multivitamin demonstrated fewer negative markers of cellular health. Okay, so I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying in your head. Dr. K, if my diet is perfect, why do I still need the other supplements, right? Here's why. We have to account for nutrient deficiencies that you may already have and not even know about. We have to account for the present day integrity of your cellular health that you may or may not know about. We have to account for the fact that the food that we are relying on to receive these nutrients from are compromised. On a soil level, our soil is being rapidly depleted of nutrients on a daily basis because of over farming, heavy pesticide use, heavy herbicide use. So we don't have an abundance of nutrients going into the crop the way we used to. So this is something out of your control before it even gets to your supermarket, before it even gets to your home for you to prepare it. But when you do prepare it, we also know that some nutrients are lost in the preparation process. We know that when exposed to high heat, some nutrients are depleted from certain foods. And then we also have to account for the fact that through our country's processing of food and the GMOs, we're depleting that very food item of the nutrients that it was originally intended to have. So even with the most whole food, nutrient dense diet, we all are still not meeting the daily requirements on nutrients. This is why the right supplement is definitely key. So I know your next question, Dr. K, what is the right supplement? Where do I start, right? What would be that one supplement that gives me back everything that I'm losing on a regular basis? And my recommendation would be the very supplement that has lifelong vitality in its name, doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. So yes, someone, I heard one chair, like, yes, very, yeah. So doTERRA has done the heavy lifting for you. We put together a full pack to give you back everything that we're losing. And it's broken down into 3 different products, right? Very comprehensive. So first we have the essential oil omega complex, right? This is gonna give you all of your essential fatty acids, all of your good, your healthy fats that you need, right? And it also includes some of doTERRA's essential oils as well as an added bonus, right? We also cannot forget about a good multivitamin, multi-mineral complex, right? That you can take every day. The Microplex gives you essential vitamins, essential minerals. And then we round it up with the last but not least, probably my favorite of the 3, the Alpha CRS Plus. So with this, we're taking it to the cellular level, giving you energy on a cellular level, giving you longevity on a cellular level, giving you those adaptogenic herbs, giving you anti-inflammatory herbs. So when you put all 3 together, this is undeniably the science leader when it comes to a good place to start with supplementing your lifestyle. It's the most tested, it's the most trusted, and definitely the most comprehensive that I have seen. Okay, so what I want you to do now that we have gotten all of this juicy, yummy information about our physical realm, I want to make sure our mental realm and spiritual realm are aligned with what we are promoting here with our physical realm. So I just want you to repeat this affirmation after me so that we can affirm this over ourselves. So I release negativity. Oh, that was cute for the 15 of you who said it. But for everyone, I want you to say it together like you mean it, like convince me that you mean it. I release negativity. Yes, from my body. And welcome health, love, happiness, and abundance into my life. Yes, very good. Yes, yes. So I want to leave you with a question. I want you to really consider right now, what is literally in the way of your lifelong vitality? Is it something in your lifestyle? Have you not ordered the lifelong vitality pack and tried it out? Like, what is literally in the way so you can use the rest of this weekend to really start to shift a lot of those obstacles and roadblocks out of the way and move in alignment of your lifelong vitality? Thank you.
Wow. I hope you guys liked it. I love her. I am so happy that doTERRA brought her on. I just loved listening to her talk. Anybody have any thoughts, feedback? I just reading the chat, I get an amen from Ipo. Liza says, love it. Jan loves her. Caleb too. I just love the energy. Auntie, I see you raising your hand. You want to say something?
I have a question. I just have a really hard time believing a lot of people still don't take the LLV. I mean, is that kind of common?
Anybody? I don't know. I mean, to be totally honest, it took me a while to get started. You can ask Liza. She forced me. Then I got pregnant, so then I started taking it. But yeah, I mean, I really feel that people should give it a chance, and that's really why I wanted to share this. For us, it has been a game changer. I mean, a lot of you know my story, but basically, like if I just talk about my husband alone, he will not travel without packing our entire pill container, but our LLV has to be with us. And right now they don't have those individual packets, so he's kind of having a moment. Like, he wanted me to go and ask when they were going to bring it back when we were at convention, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I mean, that's how like crazy he is about the LLV. So yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, definitely give it a shot. It is doTERRA's #1 product.
I'm just a little curious. Who on our call tonight is not on the LLV? I think everybody is, right? I mean, we all should have a LLV story. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just such a big believer. I cannot live without the LLVs. So that's why I'm just like floored when she says everybody should get on it. I'm thinking, we're all part of this company. We should all be on this. But hey.
All right. I'm going to toss it over to one of my leaders. Caleb, do you mind sharing? And I think you're ready. Oh yeah, you're on. Caleb.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, hi Auntie. Hi everyone. I just made a short slideshow, so can I share it, please?
Yes. Liz, can you do it? I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. Okay, there you are. Make co-host. There we go.
Oh yeah. Oh, happy birthday, Jenna. Hi, Janice. Hi, everyone. Aloha. Okay. Now we just have to share.
Your mom got all excited when you turned your camera on, just so you know.
Mom, turn your camera off, Mom, mother. Okay. So I really don't like talking about Adikanan kind of forced me, but it's fine because this is a good forcing and reinforcement, I guess. So it's good. And it kind of pushed me to actually watch, more thoroughly and more in depth of the different talks. I wish I could have attended with everyone, with Liza, Adikanan, Jenna, and others, a feature of them, but I wasn't able to. So, but I do plan on joining maybe next year or before I die. I really want to go to the doTERRA convention in Utah. But one of the talks I really enjoyed was from Kirk Showers, and he spoke on Friday during the general session too. Prior to this, I didn't know he was a North America Global Corporate Relations President. And I just really enjoyed his talk overall. And I think when I think Naotomi Kid, just, find a talk that kind of spoke to your heart. And I really feel like his talk resonated with me. His talk didn't go into maybe strategies or tips on how to grow your business or how to maybe utilize a certain oil or a supplement. It was more of how I took it, more of a reminder of my why I'm either a user of doTERRA, why I'm an advocate, and why I'm in the business. So I really enjoyed that. Some of the things after listening to his talk, words, concepts I was thinking was like connections, gratitude, integrity, building, community, hope, humanity, service to others, knowing my why, empowerment, connections. And the list goes on, but these are some of the things that came to mind. And he gave examples and stories, statistics of, especially when it came to mental health symptoms, loneliness, and all these things that we're facing during these times. It's a very challenging time, a time where it can be uncertain. So more so a need of trying to fill our toolbox or our suitcase filled with tools so we can try to combat these or alleviate some of these stressors in life. I really enjoyed the talk he gave where he shared a story about a young girl. He didn't name her, so I'm going to name her Mileka. And Mileka goes on the beach and sees an abundance of starfish on the shore. And, she realizes, hey, I need to save these starfish if they're just going to like burn, basically die on the shore. And so what she does is she begins by picking up each starfish one by one and starts throwing them in the ocean, trying to save each starfish. A guy comes to her, approaches her, and basically tells her, you're wasting your time. You're not going to be able to save all these starfish on the shore. Like, so why not just give up? And in response, Mileka tells the guy that it doesn't matter if she's unable to save all the starfish, at least if she were saved one. And he related that to people. And I related this to looking at the bigger picture in life, not and pulling it back to doTERRA. What doTERRA does is it empowers us as individuals to use these products and this new way of life and lifestyle, and then it trickles down. And it's like if you think about like a pond where you throw the rock and then it trickles and it makes these small waves. And that's how I thought of it. And even though at times like we may feel like, okay, how do I get more people, or how do I like try to approach things to try like expose them to doTERRA, I think that just by sharing it with one person, it eventually can trickle, and that's the starting point of what change basically is. And so that was really a powerful story to listen to. And then, so this is my second to the last. I know I was trying not to bring in psychology into my presentation, but because of doTERRA and things that this company does, amazing things, whether it's on like a micro, so like a smaller level, or on a macro level, touching different communities, cultures, countries. Like it just resonated in like the research that I do, and it just was like a testament, like, okay, I need to maybe strengthen my knowledge in the products or in the business aspect of doTERRA, because it definitely gave me a reason of my why. And I feel like it's important to do check-ins with ourselves, especially when there may be, doubt or like stressful times. It's important. And I think throughout, the past few months, I've been kind of declining, or I don't know, struggling in my business aspect of doTERRA. And so this really helped me kind of look at the bigger picture and just all the amazing things that doTERRA does. So this, I'm not going to like talk about it a lot, but this is a framework that we use in research, especially in community research, where we look at individuals and how individuals are influenced, whether by families or school systems, governments, politics, media. And it's so interesting because when I apply this framework to like doTERRA hits on all of these systems. They approach or meet in the family system. So whether it's mom and dad starting off using it on children's maybe cuts and bruises, and then it trickles into maybe schools, because children are having their on guard spray for one of the requirements on the teachers wanting to bring a germ thing or whatever. And it just shows. And then on the macro level, doTERRA is helping countries who may not have the same opportunity as us, as the United States, and equality, equity. And I think that it's important to kind of always remember this, because his talk was about service to others. And I think that a lot of times if we feel lost, or we feel like stressed out or anxious about things, a lot of things that can, those feelings and emotions, what we can think about is service to others. And it just shows what great company doTERRA is. And then this is, like I said, my why. This is how I view my doTERRA. And then lastly, like my kuleana, because of the things that we all know and that we all are, I feel like we're held to a higher standard, so to say. And not necessarily does that mean, oh, we have to do 10 enrollments a month, or we have to order 200 PVs a month, but it does hold us to a higher expectation, I feel like, where people deserve to know the truth about the products. And if we are silent, then we're not really helping make change in the world for like a better place, so to say. So yeah, I'm done.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That was so good. Thank you. The chat is going crazy. I'm just gonna read a little bit from the chat because I'm like a super proud auntie right now. So Liza just said, proud of you, Caleb, for stepping out of your comfort zone. Please join us for convention a lot of times way before you die, because you're very young. Sasha says, thank you for presenting, Caleb. Your strength, knowledge, and testimony is so inspiring. You are doing amazing. I agree. Jenna, awesome, Caleb. You're amazing. Auntie, yeah, Caleb, love your presentation and slides. Bernice, what an amazing connection from your studies to doTERRA. I absolutely agree. Like, to tie it in with everything you're doing. I know that you wanted to go. Caleb's studying to be a doctor in psychology. And I really am just so proud in that aspect, but so proud that doTERRA has been a big part of his life. And I think we might see you talking on stage soon, Dr. Caleb. I don't know. But Janelle said, yes, so awesome, Caleb. Thank you. Giving me another sense to get my butt moving again. Yep, getting connected with that why. Don't stay silent. Absolutely. And Liza, Cami, so good, Caleb. Ipo, amazing, Caleb. Awesome job. Bernice, again, powerful. Kate, truth. Don't stay silent. Make the change and share. And then it just goes on. Janice says, stellar talk. Like, absolutely. I loved everything about it. Like, just tying it in with what you do, and then just really just coming from a place of service and heart and love and just being so caring to others. That's really what we do, right? It's hard, I know, to love up on people through Zoom, but as soon as we can get back to in person, that's the best. To touch someone's hand, drop oils in their hand. How can I help you? How can we be of service? You know, all the things. So thank you so much, Caleb. I'm gonna talk it, or if no one else has questions or anything, I'm just gonna keep going and toss it over to Jenna.
Hi, everyone. First of all, Caleb, thanks for not calling me auntie. I like the first name basis. Anyway, so the talk that I chose was from the Terra Talks on Saturday, and it was with Dr. Ashley Anderson. And it was entitled The Women's Health, Simple Solutions for Every Season. And she was really amazing. She's a nurse PA of 13 years. So she's been in women's health, and she uses doTERRA along with her practice in a combination to, you know, help women. And so I just want to share a couple of points from her, some statistics that she shared about. So 85% of women suffer from hormonal imbalance, which I thought was really huge. She says usually 2 or more seasons in our life it happens. So first in our adolescent years, and then usually later in life, or if you have children, that's another option as well when things start to happen. She said she was curious about it, so she looked on Amazon, and there was over 10,000 books related to women's hormones. So huge topic, you know, women are definitely looking for sources to help them in this area. She said hormone imbalance typically comes from our estrogen and our progesterone not in rhythm with each other, whether it be mood swings, hair loss, hair growth, excessive hair growth. There was tons of things that could cause it. Genetics was another thing, stress. And then one that she really focused on that was something that we could really change was toxic overload. So our environment is the most common causes for our hormone imbalance. So whether we breathe in stuff, whether we apply our makeup, our lotions that we use, our deodorants, anything that we apply to our skin. So what did she say exactly? I think it was like over 167 different chemicals before we even leave the house. So that is huge. And I know for me personally, probably within the last year and a half, I've really made a conscious effort in switching those things out. So like my deodorant, my skincare, even before I started using doTERRA's deodorant, skincare, things like that, I was really looking for something more natural, shampoos, you know, anything that I was using on my skin. I don't use like my favorite perfume, which my husband really doesn't like. He even sprayed my robe one time, and I was like, what is this? Because I was stopped using it because I was just reading a lot about all the chemicals that we put in our bodies, and I was just amazed at the stuff that we went through, especially growing up in my home. My mom was a bleach diehard fan. I mean, if you didn't clean it with bleach, then it wasn't clean. And so like growing up, those are the things that I clean with, and I don't even use those in my household anymore. We've completely switched out our cleaning products. So she also said, let's see, the key is, oh, and another thing is too, is when we take in all these things through our body, whether through our skin or internally, they start acting like our hormones and start pretending like estrogen, and that's where a lot of the imbalance comes from as well. So she called what was her happy hormone kit, and there were 6 products that she used for this. So the first was frankincense. So we know how powerful frankincense is. It's like the father of all oils, the mother of all oils. I mean, it's everything. And so she does 2 drops internally. So that's one thing that she does. The next thing that she uses is the phytoestrogen complex. And she says she uses it throughout the month. I know some people use it usually during their menstrual cycle, but she uses it throughout the month, 1 to 2 days, just depending on, 1 to 2 tablets per day, depending on how you feel. The next thing she used was the Claricalm. And she said that was also good for her menstrual cycle. I've used that as well, and I love it. She also said that was good for heat. So whether it's for heat caused by moods or heat due to your menstrual cycle, she uses that 2 times a day and puts them on her pulse points. Next one was Copaiba, and she does that internally as well, and really great, especially during your menstrual cycle. Next one was Cypress, and then she says this helps for everything. She does it on her abdomen and feet 2 times a day, and these ones are daily. And then last was the LLV. So I love that Kanani shared about the LLV. And it just helps with your nutrition, helps our cells, just helps us perform optimally. And then I love using the LLV. I started actually in January. Both me and my husband have taken it. And it really has helped with my menstrual cycle. After having my last child, I had to have an emergency C-section. So whenever I would get my periods, they were like really intense, to the point it was almost felt like I was giving birth again. Constant flow every hour. And so, and I couldn't call in sick to work. So I just kind of manned it up and worked all day. So just being on my feet and all that pressure was really intense for me. So I consistently took it for like the first month of January, and I felt the difference immediately. So I took it in February because I was like, okay, I just want to test it out, make sure it's really working. And again, has done wonders for me. So I would say I've consistently been taking it since then. I took a little break in summer, like a month off when I was traveling, and I could really feel the difference. I just felt like out of whack. My menstrual cycle as well just was like everything was coming back. So I immediately went back on, and since then, both me and my husband have been on it. So love, love, love everything about the LLV. And that was pretty much from Dr. Ashley. She was awesome, and I enjoyed that one. So thanks, Kanan.
Thanks so much, Jenna. I love Dr. Ashley. I met her on a Zoom, and then I met her when Liza and I went to in person. I met her at Diamond Retreat, and she's awesome. The chat, I'm just going to read a little bit before I toss it over to Diana. Let's see. I'm learning more about my hormones too from Janelle. Feel the difference with not having the LLVs. I currently ran out. Oh, I feel you, girl. When I'm not consistent, I'm a mess. Try listening to Mind Your Hormones podcast by Angeline Carina. I think I said that correct. Jan, love Dr. Ashley Anderson, Tara Talk, and her Happy Hormone Kit. And so Jenna, people are asking for that again, if you can put it in the chat. Jenna, again, switching out her products, diet. I started writing the what you're saying, Jen, but I didn't get everything. And yeah, everybody's just thankful. So Nat wants to know the protocol. Phytoestrogen is a big one for me, I must say. It has helped me a lot. A week before my cycle and during my cycle, that's kind of helped me the most. I mean, besides the LLV. Yeah, and everybody just thank you. Such powerful testimonies, powerful share. So thanks, you guys. I think that's a really big one. Yeah, hormones, right? Oh gosh, I got my own hormones, and then I gotta pay attention to my kids' hormones, my boys' hormones. So just hormones all around. All right, last but definitely not least, Diana. She's going to share with us a little bit about her favorite takeaway. Can you unmute, Diana?
I did, sorry. I'm real slow, I'm old. Anyway, Terra Talks had so much information, it was really hard to narrow down. And everybody that knows me knows it's hard for me to go to one topic or one item, but I'm trying here. So I really was enthralled with Dr. Nicole Stevens. Now, I'm not a scientist. I don't even get off on that stuff, but what she had to say and the way she presented it was outstanding. So I'm really glad to follow Jenna because this really falls in under her too. But Dr. Nicole Stevens talked about epigenetics. I'd never heard of it. So I really perked up and listened. And do you know what epigenetics is? Anybody that didn't hear the talks? Well, it's the study of how your behaviors and your environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. That really, really hit home on me. I mean, I've been reading how they put so many chemicals in our water for showering and drinking, and the chemicals that are leached out of bottles of water, and all the chemicals in our carpets and everything that surrounds us. You get in your car and you've got plastics and you've got carpet and all synthetic stuff. So we're always bombarded with it. And so I was really listening. And she said, we're bombarded with over 3,000 chemicals every day, every person. And so let's start cleaning it up. Some we can't clean up. We can't clean up our car. We can't change that out. We're not going back to a horse and buggy, and that has its own environment problems. Anyway, so if we think about the daily chemicals that affect us, washing our face, taking the soaps in our showers, brushing our teeth, our mouthwash, what we clean our house with, all of those things we can change. And when she asked, what could we do? We all kind of paused, and she kind of was letting us think about it for a minute. And she says, we have oils for that. We have oils to diffuse to help clean our air. We can put a diffuser in our car. I have one. I have them all over my house. Everybody that's been to my house know they're everywhere, and I use them everywhere. I go through a lot of oils because of that. But I think a lot of us have oils in our stash or in our cabinets or wherever we keep them, and we haven't used them. We buy them, maybe they're the BOGO, but we don't use them because we don't know what to do with them. I think it's time for us to start learning a little bit about what we have and use them, because they will help us combat all of those chemicals that we can't control. Besides that, there was two more short things I wanted to mention. One I thought was absolutely outstanding, and I don't even know who said this, but when we're all back together where we can be around each other, or even if we do it one-on-one with maybe our customer or somebody that's in the business that isn't buying everything, we're our own store, so we might as well buy for it. So have what they called a doTERRA lifestyle house tour. Put out your doTERRA products, your shampoo, your conditioner, your mouthwash, your toothpaste. Lay it out so people can see where you use them, and have somebody walk through your house. You can bring a new customer. You can, whether a wholesale or retail, or somebody that's already in the business that hasn't ordered but one thing up every 3 months. Let's get their epigenetics working better, because we can explain it, that we can help them get rid of the toxins in their house. That was the one thing. And the other thing is that Amazon has to subscribe and save. And with that, you don't change your product every month. We have LRP. LRP, we need to get people on, because they can change those products. And if we get them on those household items, the shampoo, conditioners, consumables, They're going to have plant-based products that are sourced reasonably, responsibly, and good products for us. So that's what we need to do. We need to figure out how to get them on more products, because they're there for them to clean up their environment and be healthier for their families. So that's what I have. But convention, and then one other thing, I guess, if you haven't been to convention, you need to go. And if you can't go, you need to order the, so you can watch it online. We have till tomorrow to see it all. I have one more to see. And that's the gala, because I've been putting it off to the end because it's my most exciting. Because I can watch you walk.
Thanks, Diana. I always love that you share the best thing about like ordering from yourself. You're your own store. Like Diana has shared a lot about this in that respect, on how you purchase all the things that you need, like toothpaste and mouthwash, like she said, instead of going to Target or Walmart or ordering from Amazon. We are our own store. We're buying for ourselves the best products that we know. And a lot of research and doctors and scientists and just they have such a strong team at doTERRA that they really pour in all the research to get these best products. So be your own store. Buy for yourself, have it throughout your house. I love the idea of when people come into your home, your house is full of doTERRA. You're not just preaching it and sharing it, like you're truly living the lifestyle. And Diana is like the key person. I go to her house and like immediately it's like diffuser 1, diffuser 2, go to the bathroom, diffuser 3, like they're everywhere. And so and her house is always super clean and like ridiculous. Like it's so nice. You guys gotta just go to Diana's house just like for fun. But I really appreciate it. Like I think tonight was so good. Just with everything. I know the chat, everyone's just saying thank you so much for sharing. Redirect spending. Absolutely, Liza. Liza said she's been busting out her stash, beefing up her diffuser stations. Currently, I have 3 and loving it. Cute stand, lots of oils and diffusers. Yeah, I think that's part of it, right? Like, where can it go, and does it look cute and fit? And yeah, I kind of get thrown with that also. And like I said, yeah, we're our own store. If you don't have the bold products, get super excited. October 1st. Sasha says sold. Good job, Sasha. Love those ideas. Ipo, mahalo. That was super motivating. Diffuser 20. Does Diana have 20 diffusers? She might. She actually might have 20 diffusers.
I might.
So yeah, thank you so much though. I appreciate my leaders on here tonight for sharing. Absolutely love you guys and just cherish all this good ideas, all the love that we have to share with each other. If anyone has questions, thoughts before we wrap up our night together? Nope. All right, guys, we need a picture. I know Liza's doing her finger. Okay. Cameras on.
All right, go ahead and smile. I feel like it's dark though. I don't know why. I'm in a new spot. But my flash. Okay, let's try one more time. Smile. All right, awesome. Kanan, you want to wrap it up?
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate everyone being on here every Wednesday night. We love to connect, even though it's on Zoom. But thank you for showing up for yourselves and for your business and for your community. We love and appreciate you all. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next Wednesday.